recipe, are you? I have a video. I have to be honest, this presentation is a little bit depressing, but I have a really important message to share, so just bear with me quick. Can you guys see this? I'm going to narrate for anyone on the video. I think there's a tech company I heard about that was to help people with their technology. I'm not sure what it is. It's going down. Now, I just randomly found the video. I didn't know it existed, but I can just tell you guys about it. That's good, because this thing making me cry every time I watch it, so that was a sign that it wasn't safe. So basically what the video is about is how much they're medicating children with antipsychotics and antidepressants, anti-anxieties. They're giving babies and stuff. I mean, it's crazy. Literally, every time I watch this, I was thinking I'd have to have somebody read it because I couldn't watch it without getting emotional. But I have some statistics here after that video. 2.1 million kids are on antidepressants. There's 2.1 million on anti-anxieties. There's 4.4 million on ADHD drugs, and there's 830,000 on antipsychotics. So that's a total of 8.3 million kids on mind-altering drugs, and there's 72 million kids in the U.S. That's 12% of them. It's an $84 billion a year industry. And suicide is the second leading cause of death for ages 10 to 23. Talk to a lot of counselors and what I do, and other clients, they're 8, 10 years old, and they can't sleep because they're afraid of terrorist attacks. They're watching porn on their phones. Their parents can't get them to stop. They're 8 years old. They bring these questions to therapists. What is this? They want to commit suicide because they're in so much emotional pain. They don't know how to deal with this stuff. So the message is clear, something needs to change. We have to end violence. We have to extinguish hatred. We have to curb our endless appetites for consuming information, consuming products, material items, and we have to regulate our desires. And we have to find peace to do this. It's the only way. We have to lead by example, and we have to be the change that we want to see in the world. So what I'm here about today is I'm proposing a solution to you, and it's called the Asmi San Foundation, which I can explain later. But that foundation will fund a brand called The Secret Recipe for a Happy Life. Started with this book that I wrote. And our goal is to educate and empower teens and young adults through books, online courses, things like that, and provide resources for counselors and mental health professionals to do their job more effectively for these kids. So our overall mission is to raise awareness and to provide tools and resources to educate young adults, helping them to achieve emotional balance and to ensure their emotional and overall well-being. So if we're successful, if this could head in the way that I see it, We will create happy, self-reliant individuals, and they will construct a happier and more peaceful planet for all of us. Within that video, it started with a quote from JFK, and I wanted it to be presented twice because it was really important. So, children are the world's most valuable resource and its best hope for the future. John F. Kennedy. So this is where this started. It's a book about my personal life and my story. And I'm up to 19 5-star reviews, so it seems to really help people and counselors are using it. So that's it. This was last minute. They called me one day and said, hey, you want to present this? So thank you for listening to my rant. Any questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, tell us about you.
I was afraid you're going to ask. Well, where this all started was when I was a little kid. I actually started the book off. I had struggled with depression my whole life, early as I can remember. And the way I started the book off was when I was little and I wanted to kill myself. So, I tried to cut my wrists. And that continued throughout my whole life, that mindset of hating myself and not wanting to be alive. But somehow I made it through. And then when I was 12, I remember my mom found me with pot in my room. And my excuse was, Mom, I need help. She was like, what is this? I was like, I need help. I'm just trying to numb these feelings that I had. So she put me in therapy, and then they gave me all kinds of medication. And that was what, brought me to this book. I was just a guinea pig for them. They didn't really know what the problem was. They diagnosed me with major depressive disorder. Told me I was going to be on medication the rest of my life, and that that was basically it. I just had this disease. There was something wrong with my brain. So I was on medication for about 12 to 15 years of my life. And then when I turned 18, I couldn't be on medication anymore because I didn't have health care. And that was when all this stuff started to come back up and all kinds of emotions that I didn't know how to deal with. But I remember how much trouble I got in school when they put me on medication. And they couldn't keep me in school, so they tried to put me in this psychological school. I don't know, there was counselors on site. I spent more time in a guidance counselor than talking to therapists and things like that. So, and then this continued. I pursued a music career. I was a professional drummer up until I was about 23. I traveled the world as a rock and roll drummer. My dream come true, or so I thought. And more, you can imagine, trouble, emotional things. I mean, I got put into a world with a ton of other people with worse issues than me. I mean, everybody was addicted to drugs, sex. I mean, it was just crazy. So I realized that environment wasn't helpful, and that I still wanted to try and help people. And then, this is a long-winded answer to your question. What changed everything was when I was 25, I had a brain tumor the size of my fist, hemorrhage on my brainstem. And I don't know why I lived. The doctors were like, I don't know why you're here. It was this 10-hour long event where I couldn't see. I was climbing around. Like the ground was like this. I knew something was wrong with my brain because I was trying to walk to the bathroom to vomit. Sorry, this is a long video. And it felt like I was crawling up a mountain. Like it was the craziest thing. I would go to touch my mouth and my hand would be in fever. I couldn't see anything. The light was just blinding me. And I knew something was wrong with my brain, so I didn't know where I was. I didn't know the address of where I was. So I called my mom and I told her I needed to. She knew the address. She called 911. They came and took me in. Went to a couple different hospitals, and I remember they told me your brain's filling up with blood. You've got a hemorrhaging tumor in your brain. I said, oh, that doesn't sound good. And I said, am I going to die? And they were like, we're going to do our best to keep you alive. The doctor told me that if I did survive, I was going to be paralyzed from my chest down. I was going to be blind, and they didn't know what was going to happen. Because tumors grow into things. So they said it's going to grow into your brain, most likely, and we're going to have to scrape parts of your brain out. We don't know what the result's going to be. So I woke up, had surgery, and they helped me to walk again. I could move my toes and my feet and first steps, and I had to learn how to eat. First thing I ate was ice cream. I got the hang of that pretty quickly. So that was this big, major event that made me question everything. What the heck? Why would this happen? What are we doing? And to make the story even more depressing, 5 months later, my mom let me move in with her to help take care of me because I had this recovery. One morning I got a phone call that my mom had died in a car accident that morning. So, it was just another hit. And my family fell apart. All my relationships, my brother and I fell apart. So it was just this never-ending just punch after punch after punch, which I had felt. And this was a person that wasn't emotionally stable to begin with. So it was that moment that I asked myself, why do we do that? All of us, what are we doing? Why do we put ourselves through all of this trauma and these things in life? Why does this happen to us? That if we can get to people early on, then they're not going to have kinds of problems that they don't need to be medicated. There's nothing wrong with being human. That was the problem. People said, you have feelings, let's medicate you so you don't have feelings anymore. There's something wrong with you. And it just drives me nuts because I could have had a different life, which I love my life. I don't regret anything. It's a problem here. But, there's just something that needs to happen. We all need to share this idea. Because kids are watching us, they're watching how we behave, politics, all this anger and hatred we have towards each other. And just like if you're in an environment where people are fighting, you kind of get uncomfortable. They're just watching us. That's basically it. So the whole point of the book is to teach people how to manage their emotions, and there's resources out there to help us. Go ahead.
Can you talk a little bit more about your marketing strategy and how you're trying to reach these customers?
Yeah, I wrote this. I did not even plan on having a book. I wrote a story and somebody got a hold of it and they were like, you need to do something with this. So, it took me a long time to be comfortable marketing it and talking about it. But I just do Facebook right now. My plan was that, was just Facebook, talking to people. A lot of counselors I know keep this in their office as a resource to give kids. Gibbs High School's in. Gibbs High School. It's in your guys' library. So I went, spoke there. So it's just word of mouth, hustling.
Who is your exact demographic you're trying to reach?
It would be the kids that are suicidal. When I was a little kid, I didn't want to listen to anything that anybody had to say because they didn't understand me. So I wrote this book, the book that somebody would want to read, like the severely chronically depressed. Somebody told me they read this. They're like, gee, I want to be on medication after I write a book. Thank you. But some people don't get it because there's so many positive things out there, like Les Brown, all that stuff. But there's a handful of people that just can't flip that switch. They go to all these seminars, but they can't flip that switch. And does that answer your question? There's some people that this is just meant for. You can't really target with it. Chronically depressed. The ones that are in counseling. Go ahead.
Do you have any specific strategies to help the profession do their job better, or you just assume that more money will solve the problem?
Say that again. The tools in there that'll help the profession.
Yeah, your own strategy. Do you have specific strategies to make things better?
Well, I didn't come up with anything on my own. That's the thing. Is when I went to counseling, somebody said, "Hey, why don't you try this? What's cognitive behavioral therapy? That's the best thing you can do." I went to a neuroscience seminar, and he said, "Any questions you have, just cognitive behavioral therapy is the answer. No matter what it is. Why is this guy doing CBT? Because there's something they discovered now called neuroplasticity, where the networks in your brain can be transformed. So somebody explained it to me once, one of the best teachers I've ever met. It's like how water carves out, a rock from just running constantly. CBT just recarves a new pathway. That's it. And an example in the book was when I was 25, or 23, I think I found a counselor. I was really suicidal. It was a theme of my whole life. So yeah, you can laugh. That's fine. But write down how you feel about yourself. And then that was my homework. I have that story in here, so I have in the book, for whoever's reading it, write down 3 traits you like about yourself, 3 traits you don't like, or excuse me, 3 traits you want to have, and what you like about yourself today. Because what you'll find is all this is, any problems people are being medicated for is that somewhere along the line you convinced yourself that you weren't lovable, or that you were not able to be accepted by yourself about things. It's really simple. So it's all about love and forgiveness. It's kind of comes off as cheesy. That's why it has to, it's hard to get that to the kids. It's like, oh, you gotta love yourself. They don't want to hear that. They want to listen to Korn and 9 Inch Nails like I did, you know, and live in that identity. So yes, I have strategies in there, but they're not really simple for kids to use. But for professionals, cognitive behavioral therapy, Albert Ellis, rational, Albert Ellis is a great resource, CBT. There's something called green counseling. A lot of people have vitamin deficiencies, which causes symptoms of depression. Raise your hand.
Yeah, 2 questions. So your philosophy, or I guess recipe, is based on a lot of CBT. Is it based on anything else, like, I don't know, spiritually or philosophically? And also, can you go into about the foundation that you mentioned?
Yeah. These philosophies aren't necessarily mine. They're things that have been shared with me. My philosophy is you have to have if you're chronically depressed, you have these major issues that interfere with your life, like anxiety. You know, you can't do something because you can't get on a plane because you've got anxiety, or you can't get out of bed because you're depressed. Most likely you have to see a counselor. So you have to have somebody, that's part of the book. You have to have a counselor to help you work through this stuff. Somebody's got to get deep in their psychoanalysis. And then it's helpful to have spiritual practice, but not necessarily, but what a spiritual practice or something involved in the community to get out of your head. Like I write Tuesdays, try to send out every week a blog. But anytime I would get extremely depressed, I'd go out and donate money or something. I get to get out of your head. That's what people with chronic depression have. They get stuck in their own self-cherishing, that's what they call it, some philosophies. And then the foundation, I don't like getting paid for this. Meaning I've never made a profit from this, but I don't like collecting money and not funneling it into a nonprofit. I didn't write this to, because people are like, oh, how many books have you sold? You know, how's your marketing going? And I'm not writing this to be like, hey, I'm an author, everybody, I'm an expert. Not all. I want to help kids live a better life. And maybe help parents give this to your kids. You know, I just want to see the world be a happier place. I mean, it's crazy out there now.
So just changing gears a little bit to
Yeah.
the business side of your book, what are
A lot of Google research on the title. I had all the fans I met from being a drummer. They helped me with the title. So, but yeah, Create Space was like $2 grand that they just edited and they helped you just package it together. So.
Hi, your book is, my impression is your book is like an initial platform, a first step platform to share your message. Do you have any proactive plans to expand?
This nonprofit, I wouldn't have a problem saying, hey, this is what we need. Online, obviously Facebook, I'm working on starting a Facebook community where these kids can log on and message positive things to each other. Just a place where you can go. Because I don't know what your guys' experiences were like, but you know, sometimes you just need somewhere to go, people to talk to, somebody to tell you that things are going to be okay. So that is my goal, more or less, is just, I have a vision of a mental health counselor in every single one of those walking points. Somebody that's thinking they're going to go shoot up a movie theater or something, they can go in there and talk to somebody.
So we're all pretty much entrepreneurs here. Are you open-minded about your kind of resistance to profit and using the idea of profit as a way to expand your message and not something that you're kind of distancing yourself from? In other words, I can see establishing a foundation. It's difficult to raise money, a lot of money for a nonprofit. Sometimes it's more easy to raise money from a profit-oriented perspective. That's something that you just totally eliminated from your concept?
He says that not to do that, meaning nonprofit just screams you're trying to help society, whereas for-profit screams you're trying to help yourself and the shareholders. I mean, I'd definitely love to talk with you about it, because somebody mentioned that to me before.
Yeah.
Start as a for-profit, then you can adjust into nonprofit. I'd love to hear ideas about that. Go ahead.
What type of revenue are you generating?
Um,
How many users?
When I did a free promotion, we did 1,000 downloads, which was awesome. That was on a Kindle. Sold about 250. I usually just sell them face to face, where I give them. I go to a school and talk to them. I remember all the kids were like, "Hey, can we have a copy?" And I was like, "I don't have that many to give away. They're expensive. You know, that was kind of the one thing I want a corporate sponsor or something to pay for me that I could just go to schools and give them out."
Have you heard of Dear Reader?
Dear Reader?
Dear Reader?
No.
Dear Reader is a Facebook social media platform for all of the public libraries.
Really?
In the United States, over 6,000 libraries belong to Dear Reader. Dear Reader is headquartered in Sarasota, Florida. We send that book to Dear Reader, they're pushing 6,000 libraries. So that might want to drop that.
Dear Reader. Dear Reader.
I just, hey man, props to you, man, for sharing your story and your vision. I'm on board, you know, I think it's fantastic what you're doing for the youth. We're getting bombarded with a lot of negative stuff, so that's really awesome. So, you know, based on your model, just some suggestions along with this young man over here. You know, you got a great story, man. Put a video on Facebook, get that out there. And then that list of 1,000 downloads and 250 other people. You have an e-newsletter?
Yeah.
Okay, so maximize the e-newsletter to those your people in your community that are gonna get that message out from a nonprofit, you know, low cost perspective.
Jonathan, thank you so much for filling in last minute when we asked you. It's great. Not a lot of people are willing to get up here so quickly. And I get your final question. So what is it that we as a community can do for you?
You guys have already done it. I mean, just being able to come here and talk about this and get this support system, like I said, just somewhere where you can go to be a part of something is really important. But if there's anything you could do is just great suggestions. If you know anyone who's struggling or you see somebody, these kids that you can just tell them about the book or buy a copy, give it to them, anything like that. Just and lastly, the best thing you can do is take care of yourself. Is send good vibes to yourself because that will reflect out. So any negative thinking you have about yourself, that you don't like something or even you don't like something out there, just take Naham would say, just practice breathing in, breathing out, just peaceful. It's easy going.